Hey, what's up, YouTube? Digital Soul here. And this is like my debut of the Motivational Mondays type stuff and things where I'm going to offer up opinionated advice. And I hope that, someone can benefit from it. And I hope you guys enjoy this and we can continue doing it. I tried doing a little earlier, but one of my neighbors was out there cutting the grass and the dogs were barking, and it just seems like every time I try to do something that life gets on you, man, and that's just how it is. And we got to move on, move forward, and stay as positive as we can and deal with situations. But the first thing that I noticed down in the comments below was how to deal with rejection in any profession. Now, mind you, I'm going to talk about like not getting a job to maybe not getting a promotion to not getting a raise, and I'll be as quick and thorough as I can be because I'm not a professional. All right, here we go. Everyone in the world at one time or another has heard no spoken to them when asked or when expecting something. They've heard no, they've been let down, and that's just a part of life. But dealing with it is something completely different. A lot of people take things hard, man, because we don't understand how this individual was brought up. They might have had a rough parent. They might have had no parent. And it's just that we're all so different, okay? But the best way that I would say of dealing with it is understanding that there is the possibility going in that you're going to hear no. And you shouldn't allow that to scare you away from trying, because if you never try, you can never take the next step. You can never succeed without doing so, moving forward constantly. We may have to bob and weave around no's from side to side, but the goal is to constantly move forward and believe in yourself. Just because you heard no doesn't mean that you weren't good enough. It's just that maybe they saw someone better or thought someone was more deserving, even though you know in your heart of hearts that you believe that it should have been you. And it can strike you down, but you need to get up, dust yourself off, and move forward with the best of your abilities. Maybe you need to change professions. Maybe you need to change jobs. Maybe you need to apply for a new position within the company that you're already in, because it's clear that you are not happy, and that's why you're trying to move on. But just it's rough dealing with rejection. No one wants to hear no. No one. But you have to hear it. You have to hear no to get a yes. You have to try. And that's the biggest thing. You should be more worried about sitting there stagnant and not trying than hearing no. And I hope that helps. All right, the next one is everyone and their mother on smartphones all the time. And I see this constantly. Constantly I look around and everybody's on their phone. Everyone's looking down. And the reason why I notice it so much is because I've been unplugged since 2007. I went to the As One gathering for YouTube in San Francisco years ago now. It's been a long time. And that was the last time that I had a phone. I just unplugged myself. I didn't like having someone having the ability to reach me at any given time. Now, since then, phones have greatly advanced. They're like little personal computers now. And I do miss out on a lot of information being at my fingertips. And I may eventually get one. Right now, I don't have one. My sons don't have one. My wife has one, but that's only because of work, and they need to contact her, and she does a lot of social media for them. But at the same time, it's not like a lot of people think that, well, we're not socializing enough. We're not socializing. Most people that are on their phone are talking to somebody. Yeah, we're not getting that face-to-face contact or the face-to-face socialization that we should, but we could branch out and reach so many more people now because of these devices. They should be put down once in a while. You should enjoy what's going on around you. And for those that are obsessed with it, it's kind of scary because it is an obsession. A lot of people can't go 5 minutes without checking their phone to see if there's a social media update or if someone left them a message, or if someone called them, or if there's some news going on and they just have to know because it's becoming common to them. It's just becoming something that's natural. But it is sad. When we sit down for dinner, even if I get everybody a fund, if we got 4 funds in the house, there will be no funds at the dinner table. We will sit down for dinner or you won't eat. And that's just the way it is. And that's on the parents. Parents need to instill these values into their children, so when the children grow, it will be instilled in them, and then they can instill it upon their children. And we don't know what the future is going to have or what's going to be going on in 10 years. But as of right now, it's a great device, but we should still interact with one another as easily as we interact with people on the phone. And that's my take on people being on their smartphones all the time. All right, so change is important, and it is. Should I change if someone else wants me to, even though it's something I don't want to do? Absolutely not. Is change good? It can be. Do people change? They can. Now, if we're talking about relationships and someone steals someone from their significant other, chances are it could happen to you. If you steal somebody from somebody, chances are somebody can steal them from you, because that's just their personality. They're always looking for something better, or they're easily charmed or easily swayed, or they're gullible. You know, it's just people. But if you're a person and you're living life and you look in the mirror and you're enjoying what you see and you're happy with who you are, but someone wants you to be different and you're not hurting anyone or yourself, then there's no reason to change. Change should only be because it's something that you actually want to do. You don't like the situation you're in, so you change it. You don't like the job you're in, so you change it. You don't like the circle of friends you have currently, you change it. That's what you change. If you want to be more outgoing, then you try to be more outgoing. If you'd rather be more of an introvert, then you be more of an introvert. But change should only happen because you want it to happen. If you want to change for a job, so be it. Just how it is. Only change if it's something that you feel is going to better yourself. Constantly moving forward, right? But if somebody wants you to change for a relationship, it's not worth it, because you're going to constantly be wearing a costume, man. Social anxiety. Social anxiety is rough. I have never experienced it personally, so I can't talk about it truthfully, but I can give my opinion on it. And my opinion is, with social anxiety, is baby steps. Like when you go out shopping, I've said this before in videos a long time ago, and I'm going to say it again. Say hi to someone. Just say hi. If you want to, challenge yourself and say hi to 3 people. Go to a store and just say hi to 3 people. I'm not saying that you have to engage them in conversation. Make eye contact and say hi. Smile. And see, out of those 3 people, if they smile and say hi back, or if they look at the floor and ignore you, or if they blow you off completely, or if they say, hey, and they just go. It's baby steps. With social anxiety, it's baby steps. 1 person to 2 to 5 to a room full of people. You got to go somewhere where you're comfortable. If you like going to the library, go to a library, pick out a book, read it there. See how many people are around you. The problem is most people are afraid to be judged. And judgment it's terrible. It's not easy to deal with, because who wants to be judged? Who wants to be put down? What you need to do is you need to put that shield up and not worry about everybody else. If you get up and you look in the mirror and you're digging what you see and you're digging what's going on with you, then you put it out there. And trust me, eventually, the more you're out there, people that are more like you are going to tend to come towards you and be around you and circulate with you and be with you more, and you'll find yourself happier because you're going to be amongst those that are into the same thing that you are. But it's baby steps. If you have a job that you don't like being around a ton of people, you can find a profession where you can be in your own little cave somewhere. It's not as easy to get these kinds of jobs, but you can search for them, you know? So you have to take care of yourself, because it's something that overwhelms you. And who wants to be tortured through 8 to 10 hours of work daily when you have not only your job, but you have another situation going on at the same time. So you have to look for something, be it phone marketing, data entry, any kind of website supervision, things like that. There's jobs that you could find to where you could be more of a recluse and not have to deal with people, man. And baby steps. Those are my thoughts. Like a meth dealer is proud to be a meth dealer for whatever reason. Is that okay? Should he actually be ashamed of himself? Here's the thing with socialization and self-worth and the way I feel about it. There are people out there in this world that suck. Okay? There's people out there in this world that look to hurt others. Be it with drugs, be it with physical violence, be it with words, be it with actions. And they're going to hurt people, and that's just the way it is. Is it our job to judge these people? No. Should we worry about them? No. Because the less attention they get, hopefully, the more they will fade away. Now, if they're up in your face bothering you constantly, then it becomes an issue that you need to address. But determining your own self-worth, to me, I don't know if I've ever done that. I don't know if I need... I'm looking for the right word to say it. I don't have the need to be accepted by anybody. I don't care if anyone judges me. I don't care if, and I didn't just become this way. I wasn't just born this way. I'm 46 years old. It's taken years for me to get here. I used to worry about what people thought. I used to worry what people said. And I don't anymore, because over time you get a thicker skin and you learn to deal with situations differently. And that's why I make these videos, to talk to you and hopefully help somebody as they're just early on in the whole situation. But self-worth, if I'm important to me and I'm important to the ones around me, that's all I need. That's all I need. I don't care to be a king. I don't care to be, and this might not even be the way that you meant this, but I don't believe that bad people should be looked up to. I don't believe that glorifying drug dealers or thugs or gangsters, so to speak, helps in anything, because people tend to follow these trends and they become bad and it just spreads like wildfire. It's a pebble in the lake where the ripple's at, you know, and it's a tough question, because I don't like judging people. But at the same time, I also understand and don't think that somebody should be glorified. And if honestly, most of the people that are out there dealing drugs don't give a damn. Some of them do think they're the stuff and they're just living in the moment. Some of them may actually have anxiety and angst against doing it, but they're doing it because they need money and they don't have anywhere else to turn. But that's the best I got on that situation. If you're worried about your own self-worth, look around you and see if you're happy. Weigh your options, pros and cons. Worrying about someone else's self-worth, not so much. Don't worry about it, because it's going to happen regardless. All right? And last but not least, a story from my childhood. Let's see. When I was young, I dealt with bullies. I had bullies. It happens in life. It happens to everybody. People, be it physical, be it mental. I've dealt with some bullies in my life. But early on, when I was younger, I had an older sibling. And she was pretty cool. And she was bigger than me. Only 2 years older than me. But great distances. I was short for a really long time before I finally outgrew her. I think it was like 11th grade. But she used to help me out. And I always appreciated that, because life is hard, you know, and it's not easy, and it sucks 10 times worse when you have someone out there, aside from regular circumstances, trying to make your day worse. And she used to stick up for me, man, and I appreciated that, and I still do to this day, and I'm thankful. So if you're strong and you know someone's being bullied, then, and you can help them, be it taking care of the bully like my sister did, or if you're just going to go out there and talk to the individual that's being bullied and help them through the situation and help them understand that they should speak up for themselves, be it to the bully or seeking help from the bully. Make that happen. But this is Digital Soul, and this has been my first Motivational Monday, and I thank everyone for their input. I thank everyone for their comments, and I thank everyone for their questions. Let's get some more done there, and let's get another Monday in. But until next time, peace. Psh.